Today, we're learning chopsticks to wrist mount. I could give you the measly wrist mount, but no, I'm going to give you all an extra GT at the end. So it's a bonus trick. Make sure to stay to the end to learn how to do that trick. This trick is so easy, it's broken down into only 2 different steps. The chopsticks and then the wrist mount. If you don't know what yo-yo I use the G-Force from yoyochampion.com. The link will be in the description below. So, let's get into step 1. So this is the first step, and it's the chopsticks motion. It looks something like this. Let's break that down a little bit. Alright, so this is like the hardest part of the trick, but let's learn it. First, what you want to do is take your thumb right here on your pointer or your throw hand, curl it in onto that string, curl it to you, and curl it out. And bam, you have this really cool chopsticks motion. Let's do that again. It's curl, pinch, thumb, in, out, bam. Now you want to create enough space in here to pop the yo-yo up. Now, when you pop the yo-yo up, I don't recommend doing like an Eli hop motion. That's where a lot of people get this wrong. If you do an Eli hop motion like that, it makes it much harder to land on the string. So let's break that down a little bit, right? You're going to get here, you're going to go here, and I recommend doing something like that. It's more of a pass-through with the yo-yo. Alright, let's break that down in slow motion.
We got some issues.
Wait, barely from 30 years from now. Jeez, I'm old. Only 93% of the people that actually watch my videos to subscribe, so make sure you go down there and like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Alright, we're on to step 2. So you've gotten to your chopsticks mount right here. Now what do you do next? You're going to take this hand right here, and there's a little string right here, and you're going to roll it over. So roll it over your entire hand. Let's break that down a little bit. Let's do this. So bam, take your whole hand right here and roll it over, creating something like this. Now how do we get into this wrist mount? Well, let's break that down a little bit. So basically what you've gotten here, once you've gotten to this part right there, the only thing you need to do is undercut that string. Now how do we undercut that string if both of our hands are put together? Well, don't worry, I got you. You want to take the string that's connected to your throw hand right here, and you're going to curl that under the yo-yo and up. Basically, it's going to create this little gap, and you're going to land the string into there. Bam! You have a wrist mount.
Alright, well,
now it's time for the extra and bonus finish. It's a GT. So, now that you've done the entire trick, you've opened up a world of opportunities from the wrist mount. But the GT is going to look something like that. Let's break that down a little bit. So I'm not going to do the trick over and over again. I'm just going to get into a wrist mount like a normal person. So once you've got into this wrist mount right here, you're going to push it under, just like a normal, like any other trick in the wrist mount. You're going to get here into this wrist mount, push it under, bam. Now to make this string work, you want to take your non-throw hand's thumb, curl it to you, and pop that yo-yo. So practice popping that yo-yo, and you can see the string sort of to separate. Now, you're going to pop this yo-yo onto that front string, onto the back string being held up by your thumb. Now you're going to take this hand that you have on your throw hand, these little 2 fingers, and drop it. And bam, you're into a GT. So let's see that all together.
I don't know what they're doing on Tuesday. Or they have water girl down there or no? I don't know what they're doing on Tuesday. Or they have water girl down there or no?
Now that you've learned the trick, it's time for some tips and tricks. Tip number 1, this is specifically on the chopsticks part of this trick. So when you start with the chopsticks, make sure you have enough space for the yo-yo to jump into it. Also, I recommend using a smaller yo-yo, something like the G-Speed from yoyochampion.com. The link is going to be in the description below. The second tip I can give you is specifically on the wrist mount. Make sure you undercut it just enough so you can actually finish this trick. If you don't undercut it enough, the wrist mount will not work and you can't get into the extra bonus GT. Now this is specifically on our bonus trick, the GT of today. Make sure you do the opposite of the chopsticks and you pop it really, really high so you can get a really nice looking GT. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.